Norse Trinity, Odin, Thor, and Freyr. In the frostbitten realms of the Norse cosmos, where icy winds howl and fiery tempests rage, three figures loom larger than life: Odin, Thor, and Freyr, the sacred trinity of Asgard. They are not merely gods, but forces of nature, each embodying a distinct aspect of existence: wisdom, strength, and abundance. Together they maintain the delicate balance of the cosmos, a balance as fragile as the shimmering Bifrost bridge that connects the realms. But maintaining this harmony is no small feat. Every step they take, every decision they make, sends ripples through Yggdrasil, the world tree that binds all things. And as the shadow of Ragnarok, the prophesied end of the world, creeps ever closer, the gods must face not only external foes, but the unrelenting pull of fate itself. It begins with a single eye, a sacrifice. Beneath the gnarled roots of Yggdrasil lies Mimir's well, a source of unparalleled wisdom. Odin, the Allfather, stands before it, his hand tightening around his spear, Gungnir. The air is heavy with ancient power, and the waters of the well shimmer darkly, holding secrets too vast for mortal comprehension. Odin knows the price for a sip of its waters, his eye. The weight of this decision is immense, but Odin does not hesitate. Knowledge is his weapon, and ignorance will spell doom not only for himself, but for all 9 realms. With a guttural cry, he plucks out his eye and offers it to the well. The moment the water touches his lips, it burns like molten fire, searing visions of what is to come into his mind. He sees flames consuming the sky, the world serpent coiling around Midgard, and the wolf Fenrir snapping its monstrous jaws over the sun. He sees the gods falling one by one, and the cosmos unraveling into chaos. The weight of this knowledge nearly brings Odin to his knees, but amidst the chaos, he glimpses a thread of hope, a faint glimmer of salvation woven into the tapestry of fate. A future rises from the ashes of destruction, a new world born of sacrifice. Odin staggers back, clutching his spear. His path is clear now. He will do whatever it takes to prepare for the inevitable, no matter the cost. Far to the east, in the jagged and frozen lands of Jotunheim, the skies thunder with the fury of battle. Thor, the god of thunder, stands amidst a sea of giants, his mighty hammer, Mjolnir, blazing with lightning. The air crackles with energy as Thor hurls his hammer into the fray, each strike a deafening explosion that shatters the icy ground. Thor is a storm incarnate, his hair whipping in the gale as he laughs with ferocious joy. He lives for the fight, not out of vanity but because he understands its necessity. The giants are chaos made flesh, embodiments of destruction and disorder. Left unchecked, they would overwhelm the realms, toppling the delicate balance Thor has sworn to protect. Yet even as he triumphs, Thor knows his victories are fleeting. The giants are eternal, as much a part of the cosmos as the gods themselves. Their defeat today ensures only a brief respite, a temporary reprieve from the encroaching darkness. Therefore, Thor fights not for victory, but for balance. Every clash of hammer and foe is a declaration that the gods will not yield. His enemies may rise again, but so will he, undaunted and unbroken. As he surveys the battlefield, his fiery beard flecked with frost and blood, he gazes toward the horizon. He knows his greatest challenge lies not in these skirmishes, but in Ragnarok, the final battle that looms on the edges of time, a battle he cannot avoid and may not survive. In Vanaheim, where golden fields stretch toward the horizon and rivers glisten like molten silver, Freyr walks among his people. The god of fertility and abundance is a figure of serenity, his presence a soothing balm against the harshness of life. His golden hair catches the sunlight as he moves, and flowers seem to bloom in his wake. Freyr's laughter rings like the first thaw of spring, and his generosity is boundless. Yet beneath his calm demeanor, Freyr is restless. Odin has shared his visions, and the weight of what is to come gnaws at Freyr's heart. Ragnarok will not spare the fields, the forests, or the seas. All that he nurtures, all that he protects, will be consumed by fire and frost. Freyr knows his role is to foster life, to bring abundance, but in the face of such inevitable destruction, what can one god do? And yet, Freyr believes in the power of unity. He travels to Asgard to meet with Odin and Thor, carrying with him a bold proposition that they must stand together as never before, pooling their wisdom, strength, and abundance to confront Ragnarok. Freyr knows that the coming storm cannot be stopped, but perhaps through their combined efforts, they can shape what comes after. To prove his resolve, Freyr does something unthinkable. He offers his sword, the symbol of his power, to the cause. This sword, so powerful it could fight on its own, is a gift Freyr cannot afford to lose. Without it, he will be vulnerable. But Freyr understands that true strength does not lie in weapons. It lies in purpose, in unity, and in the hope that their sacrifices will create a better future. The three gods stand before the Norns, the ancient weavers of fate, whose loom hums with the threads of all existence. Their forms are wreathed in shadow and light, their voices cryptic and sharp. Odin steps forward, his voice steady but laced with urgency. He demands answers. Can Ragnarok be stopped, or is it a fixed point in time? The Norns, as ever, speak in riddles. The threads are tangled, they say. The end is written, but so are new beginnings. What is destroyed can be rebuilt, but only if the cost is paid. Thor steps forward, his voice booming. Enough of riddles, speak plainly. But the Norns only laugh, their voices echoing like wind through a canyon. Freyr, the peacemaker, places a calming hand on Thor's shoulder. If we cannot change the outcome, he says, then let us ensure that what follows is worth saving. Odin's single eye gleams with determination. The Norns' cryptic words confirm what he already knows. They cannot avoid Ragnarok, but they can shape its aftermath. Together, the Trinity begins to craft a plan, not to escape their fates, but to meet them with courage and purpose. As the realms brace for Ragnarok, preparations begin in earnest. Odin retreats to Valhalla, where the Einherjar, the chosen warriors of the dead, train under his watchful gaze. He imparts to them his vast wisdom, teaching them the strategies and secrets they will need for the final battle. Thor patrols the edges of Asgard, his hammer ever ready, his presence a warning to any who would dare threaten the gods. Freyr travels across the mortal realms, sowing seeds of hope among the people, urging them to stand strong in the face of the coming storm. Yet even gods are not immune to doubt. Odin wonders if his wisdom will be enough to counter the chaos. Thor questions whether his strength can turn the tide. Freyr fears that the life he has cultivated will be snuffed out in an instant. And therefore, they turn to one another, drawing strength from their unity. Odin's wisdom guides Thor's strength. Thor's courage inspires Freyr's compassion, and Freyr's hope fuels Odin's resolve. Together they become more than the sum of their parts. They are the Norse Trinity, a beacon of balance in a world teetering on the edge of chaos. When Ragnarok finally arrives, the clash shakes the very foundations of the cosmos. Fire and ice collide, giants and gods fall, and Yggdrasil trembles under the strain. The battlefield is a sea of chaos, and the air is filled with the roar of battle cries and the clash of steel. Odin confronts Fenrir, the monstrous wolf whose jaws threaten to consume the sun itself. Despite his wisdom and skill, Odin is slain, his body falling to the blood-soaked ground. Thor faces the world serpent, Jormungandr, their battle a cataclysmic storm that shatters mountains and churns the seas. Thor emerges victorious, striking the serpent down with a final, thunderous blow. But the venom coursing through his veins claims his life moments later. Freyr, weaponless but undeterred, stands against the fire giant Surtur. He fights not with steel, but with courage and resolve, buying precious time for the mortals and gods to retreat. In the end, Freyr falls, his body consumed by flames, but his sacrifice ensures that life will endure. But from the ashes of destruction, new life emerges. Balder, the shining god, returns from the realm of the dead, his presence a beacon of hope. The surviving gods and mortals gather, their spirits unbroken. Together, they begin to rebuild, planting the seeds of a new world, one born of the sacrifices of Odin, Thor, and Freyr. The Nine Realms, once devastated by the chaos of Ragnarok, now begin to heal. Yggdrasil, the world tree, sprouts new leaves, its branches stretching once again across the cosmos. The fields of Midgard are sown with crops, nurtured by the resilience of those who remember Freyr's teachings. The skies roar with thunder, a reminder of Thor's unyielding courage. And the wisdom of Odin lives on, guiding the survivors as they forge a new path. As Baldur takes his place among the surviving gods, a profound sense of hope begins to permeate the air. Though scarred by the trials of Ragnarok, the cosmos now hums with the quiet promise of renewal. The battles have left their indelible mark, but they have also imparted lessons carved deep into the hearts of gods and mortals alike. The world may be irrevocably altered, yet the spirit of unity, embodied by the Norse Trinity, endures unbroken. The story of Odin, Thor, and Freyr is not merely a saga of gods and their battles. It is a testament to the unyielding power of sacrifice, courage, and hope. Their struggles reveal that even in the face of inevitable destruction, the seeds of renewal can be sown. The Norse Trinity teaches us that wisdom, strength, and abundance are not isolated virtues, but interconnected threads, woven into the fabric of existence to preserve its delicate balance. Their legacy resonates through the ages, inspiring both gods and mortals to rise against chaos and to protect the fragile harmony of life. In the vastness of the cosmos, their essence lingers like a guiding light, urging us to find strength in unity, wisdom in struggle, and hope in the face of despair. Even now, as the world looks to the stars, the eternal spirit of the Norse Trinity shines brightly, a beacon of resilience and renewal, reminding us that from the ashes of despair, a new dawn will always rise. And so, the cycle continues. Wisdom, strength, and abundance endure, carried forward by those who remember the gods' sacrifices and honor their legacy. The Norse Trinity may have fallen in the fires of Ragnarok, but their influence echoes across time, a timeless testament to the enduring power of unity in the face of inevitable change. This is not just the story of Odin, Thor, and Freyr. It is the story of life itself. Their struggles remind us that wisdom, strength, and hope are not disparate forces but tightly woven strands, binding us together through the trials of existence. As we face our own battles, we can look to the Norse Trinity for inspiration, finding solace in the knowledge that even in the shadow of destruction, there is always the possibility of rebirth. Odin, Thor, and Freyr were only the beginning. Their tale is but one thread in a web of power, betrayal, and destiny that stretches across the Nine Realms. In the shadows, the Aesir whisper their secrets, the Vanir guard their ancient magic, and the Jotnar plot their revenge. The Norns weave a fate too terrifying to ignore, while deep beneath Yggdrasil, Nidhogg gnaws hungrily at the roots of existence, waiting for the end. Above, Heimdall watches, his grip tightening on Gjallarhorn, knowing that one day he will sound the call that shatters the world. Beneath the waves, Ran drags the drowned into her abyss, and in the cold, lifeless underworld, Hel rules over those long forgotten. And somewhere, in the shadows between chaos and order, Loki weaves his greatest deception yet, a trick that may doom them all. But what truly lies ahead? What dark truths remain hidden in the myths of the North? What power stirs in the depths of the cosmos, waiting to be unleashed? Join me next time as we journey deeper into the myths of the North, unraveling the secrets of gods and giants, warriors and witches, fate and fury. The legends of the Norse still echo across time, and their wisdom, power, and mystery remain ours to uncover. The journey into the heart of Norse legend has only just begun. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an adventure with us.